Another video today. Talk a little bit about getting free stuff on Strava, as you see in the title of my video. So I've unlocked the key to, for instance, during a rider. When he posts on Strava, because he rides with a power meter, I can see his power zone analysis, how much time he spent in active recovery, how much time he spent in endurance riding section, tempo, V2 max, anaerobic, neuromuscular. I can see those didn't pay nothing, don't have Summit, don't have a subscription. Also Nabali, anybody who rides with a power meter, who uploads their power meter data through Strava, I can click on a button, view analysis, and I can see all their power uh, wattage for what time they spent in those zones. So it's really cool. Um, I'm enjoying it. I want to thank Strava for looking out and giving me that option to be able to take advantage of that. Talking to my buddy, he was wondering how come I'm clicking on this. I'm like, why? You don't see this, man? You don't see what I'm saying? What's going on with that? So I'm sure you're all interested on, possibly figuring out how to do that. Well, I tell you if I knew, but I don't know. Just somehow, some way, one day, I just, you know, stumbled upon it, and it just happened. And now I can see people's power meter data. Now, if an individual has an account with Strava, and they might have a power meter, but they don't pay for Strava, or they're not like sponsored with Strava, like Nabali or somebody like that, it gets free Strava because they're an athlete. Um, then their power meter data won't load up, and it doesn't upload, so you can't look at it. But the people who have Strava Premium and upload their power meter data, I can view all their analysis, and it's very interesting. It's good. It's good to know. You see how hard people are actually pushing in the rides and type of gains they're making. Compare your own efforts to theirs. All this information, that's the greatest thing about having a power meter, is that it gives you the opportunity to really break down your workouts in such a manner that you can get the most out of it. Whether it just be your active recovery rides, to your tempo rides, to your endurance rides, to your VO2 max rides. That way you don't overwork yourself and create an excessive amount of stress on your neuromuscular structures and your muscular skeletal structures. Because by doing so, you'll just, wear yourself out. And for instance, you might cause an overabundance of fast twitch muscle fibers to be on call while you're pumping out an excessive amount of watts. Yet, when it comes to the endurance race at the end, you'll run out of muscle glycogen faster than if you were using your slow twitch muscle fibers during that. So that's why you got to train in those specific zones. Allow your body time to recover. That way you can see the gains, see the increases in your overall fitness level, and that can then equate to faster times, winning the race, standing on the podium, all those good things that y'all want to do. So yeah, Strava thing, that was awesome. I know I just gotta, you know. So if y'all watched my video yesterday, I posted, some of my bike, my new stages, power meter pictures, the new derailleur, the rear derailleur, the new cassette. So I'm really loving that. I love being on the bike, riding all the time. Just happy. Just happy to have a little bit that I have. Um, and that's what it is. Carving up, vegan life, always full of energy, always happy to just be alive, just enjoy life. Let y'all know if you've been watching my videos that I just started university or college recently. And, I see these young kids in there, and they just don't give a damn. I mean, it's like they're paying all this money to go to school and they ain't putting no effort into it. It's like, if you don't want to be there, then why are you there? Because your parents are forcing you to go there? I mean, do what you want to do. I'm there because I want to be there. I want to get an education, you know, because when you have that piece of paper, it's not necessarily necessary to be successful in this life. However, it's something that, does carry the weight with it. You got good doctors, you got bad doctors, So that title does carry some weight, and basically that's why I'm going after it. Um, and so yeah, just been riding the bike, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow, plotting and planning a little bit in my mind as to, am I gonna get on the bike tomorrow and do some endurance riding tomorrow? Am I gonna do it Saturday? Because I want to get a big little ride in. Try to gain like 10,000 feet of elevation one of these days, going like a centennial or, maybe like at least half of one, at least a 50 miler, something major. Um, just got to make sure I check on the GPS, Google Maps, find some places to stop for water. That's the number one downfall around here, is trying to find water during this course. If you don't have like a support car up here in the mountains, it's kind of difficult because there's not a lot of like gas stations, places to stop, things of that nature. There are the state parks, but you got to know what state park to go to because not all of them have water fountains, not all of them have water for sale. So it's a little difficult in that respect, but other than that, it takes a little prior planning. I need to build a bookshelf too. I need to get these books, put them on the shelf. I love to read. Reading is key. Read knowledge is power. Continue to read. Continue to expand your mind. Study all the time. Got some good books on stocks. Technical analysis. Finding number one stocks. I need to really get back into those books here. That'd be great. Plus I need to get some more footage on the bike with that new camera I got. So I got to also figure out how to fine tune that. Got a lot of tech these days. You got the Garmin, you got the heart rate monitor, you got the power meter, you got your cell phone, it feels like you're a robot when you get on the bike, you know what I mean? But that's what they want to see. They want to see mutants. They want to see superhuman. They want to see Nibali break his back on Alpe d'Huez and still finish. They want to see Nibali at San Remo pulling away, dropping the best sprinters in the Peloton, pro Peloton, by himself. Nibali taking the win. They want to see Chris Froome kill it in the mountains, Tour de France. That's what you want. They want to see that. They want to see these superhuman efforts. And if you think they're not on the drugs, you're sadly mistaken. Please use some intellectual intelligence when deciphering, when understanding, when computing, whatever word you want to use, just use it. All right? Because if you ain't, you're blind to the facts, So I got to say that I love this vegan lifestyle because I'm finally starting to lose good fat. I'm starting to lose good weight, fat, and I feel healthy. I feel great. I'm full of energy. I have, the energy to be able to get on my bike and go for, 30, 40, 50, 60 miles if need be, if I want to. If I have enough water and sugar to be able to push through. So it's just great. It really is. I mean, enough energy to be able to get A's in all my classes in school. These are things that these other kids that I'm in class with, they don't know about the glucose and fructose. I've been trying to tell them, but, they look at me crazy when I tell them I'm on a diet. They don't ask. Hey, I'm not trying to force nobody. Because, nobody likes nothing just shoved down their throat, you know what I mean? Something that needs to be, you got to build, like Darian always says, you got to build good vibes instead of building walls. You got to build the vibes, not the walls. Tear down the walls, create the good vibes. There's a lot of truth to that, So it's really what you got to do. You got to, the power of suggestion is awesome. It really helps people understand where they might be mistaken or wrong in their thinking, and it opens them to be able to make that decision on their own without you telling them, because people don't like being told what to do, when to do it, how to think, what to believe. But if you can suggest it to them, then you've opened a whole new door for them to be able to make that realization themselves, and in so doing, come to the knowledge on their own. And if that's on their own, they're more willing and receptive to it. I think I need to start doing too is putting out some motivational videos, because I also feel like that I could be a good motivational speaker, not so much in this context of nutritional and wellness and health, but also in the pure sense of just being pure out 100% motivation. You know, what gets you fired up? I want to fire you up so you can get out and be the best you can be. I'm going to end this video on that note. Take care, y'all.